This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
The award-winning Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University. Build the future you at Hodges University.
Southwest Florida, welcome back to another edition of Lee Pitts Live. And so we're so excited to talk to Representative Jadira, Vice President at Fifth Third Bank, as well as Michael Puchalla, who's with HELP. So let's bump them in. And I can't wait to find out what that means. Help! Help! All right, come on, Mike. What is HELP?
Well, I appreciate you asking to have me on the show. HELP is we are a HUD-approved nonprofit housing counseling agency. So we're primarily focused on just helping individuals who may have an interest in owning a home. We also provide financial management education. So anybody that's interested in learning more about their finances, trying to move towards home ownership, we have services that we can offer to them as a nonprofit agency.
And what does those acronyms stand for?
It's housing, education, and lending programs.
All right, great. Now, over the years, you kind of morphed from, so people know your old name was, right, go ahead.
We were, formerly Housing Development Corporation of Southwest Florida. That's still our legal name. We use the HELP fictitious name as a doing business as, just so people have a better understanding of what we are to do. It speaks more to the actual services that we're offering.
How does Fifth Third Bank help you in carrying out your mission?
Fifth Third's just been a great partner. Worked with Jadira for many years, and they have so many tremendous resources that they provide to the community, including the e-bus. We've had an opportunity to join in many of their endeavors locally. They come out into the community. They'll travel out to where people are, meet them there, and just provide some unbelievable services. We're just happy to be a part of it whenever we can come along and provide our counseling and education.
That's really good. Now, if individuals are interested in pursuing a loan, Jadira, getting on to home ownership, tell us about that process.
Well, they have to call us. I can refer them to a loan officer. At this point, we have a lot of programs to help people get to that dream, to be homeowners. One program that we just have started is the down payment assistance program. We have up to a 3%. We have 3% up to $3,600 for down payment assistance for qualified borrowers that are buying in specific areas.
Okay.
For example, a few of those areas is in the Collier County, the Immokalee area. In Fort Myers, I can tell you that North Fort Myers, Lehigh, parts of downtown, part here, right here of East Fort Myers work as well.
Okay, and we have your website appearing on the screen. Now, how do people learn about these programs and the challenges related there too?
Yes, one great thing for Fifth Third to partner with organizations such as HELP and other housing agencies is that they help us identify the challenges in the market. Because Southwest Florida is confronting some challenges with affordable housing, and as a response, because Fifth Third wants to be part of the solution, we are able to come up then with programs such as the down payment assistance to help those that for some reason don't have that. They are able to cover their mortgage payment. There's perhaps paying more rent today than if they will own their home, but they don't have those dollars for the down payment.
Okay, talk about your down payment assistance program. I read some information about it that you are rolling out, and it seems really very good. And also along that way, talk about credit scores and budgeting, how you overcome those as well.
That's great. Yeah, that down payment assistance is 3% for down payment, that it will help you cover those costs. This is a grant, it's not a repayment. It's for those that qualify. The people that qualify are individuals that are considered under the low income census tract, or they're buying in low income census tract. The areas that I mentioned earlier, such as Immokalee, North Fort Myers, East Fort Myers, and Lehigh are examples of those areas with great houses, but that people can take advantage these days of these dollars.
Okay, so you're telling me that if their income qualifies or if they're purchasing in a low income census tract, they can get a 3% down grant.
Up to $3,600, yes.
And they don't have to pay it back, hence the word grant.
Yes.
That is just fabulous. Now, where does this grant money come from?
It comes from Fifth Third.
Oh.
This specific down payment comes from Fifth Third. However, I just also want to make aware to the public and the community that there's many other down payment programs from the state,
Okay.
from the federal grants, from some employers. And the great part of this is that when they talk to one of our loan officers, they can find out if they qualify for this program, but also the loan officer has a resource now on their system that they can look at any other program that they might able to qualify, and sometimes they can piggyback, they can join two programs, so hence have more dollars as a grant.
Okay, so once people make that initial contact with the bank or with help, then you start educating them on different opportunities, what route is best for them to go in terms of achieving their goal, right?
That's correct.
Which one of you are best to talk about credit scores and budgeting?
Come to us, and if we identify that in the process of homeownership they need to work with their credit, they need to learn about budgeting, we do provide some workshops through the Empower You that we have talked before, and we can let them know how to go to those. But if they have more in-depth programs, that's the great part of our partnership. Help identify and do one-on-one counseling. And Michael, you can tell more about those programs.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
And Mike, along that way, when people come to you, what are some items they might want to bring?
Well, the great news is we try to keep that very streamlined. We have an application. If an individual or household is looking to get in a credit and budget counseling session, we've got a packet. But the key things are we're going to need to obviously have an authorization form signed, so we are going to pull a credit report. It's a soft pull. We're not trying to sell anything, so there's no impact to their score. But we do actually pull a tri-merged residential mortgage credit report, so it's the same thing a lender would be looking at. And we're going to take that line by line and look for areas and opportunities to improve the scores, create an action plan. We're also going to create a household budget. So we need to know what type of income's coming in. So we're going to ask for some pay stubs, some proof of income. If it's fixed income, we'll need some award letters. Bank statement obviously is a key one as well, because we're trying to identify if they have reserves, assets, things that can be used towards down payment. So we're going to take a look mainly at income and assets for the household. We're going to need that credit report, and we're going to create a household budget that hopefully everybody's comfortable with and can really point out some ways they can improve how they handle their money and get some savings and get some reserves in the bank.
What are we seeing out there now in home ownership interest? You remember when we had that downturn, the bubble and all of that? Are we seeing an uptick now and people want to get on to home ownership? Do you normally see people who are low income or live in census tracts, they have a desire to own their own home?
Absolutely. I think the desire is definitely still there. Our home buyer education workshops we run monthly, and we alternate between English and Spanish. We actually just added this past Saturday a workshop in Bonita, partnering with Bonita Springs and Estero area realtors. Had never had a workshop in their facility before, and 36 people strong, and they were signed up, and in a matter of a week we had that at capacity.
Excellent.
And we typically have a waiting list for our local workshops. We also then, to try to alleviate some of the need, to have an online course available as well that will satisfy most down payment assistance programs. And there are many people who just prefer to do things online, a little more convenient if their work schedule won't allow them to get into a workshop.
Give your website again.
It's www.floridahelp.org.
Okay. Now, Jadira, I see you moving all around Southwest Florida. You have your hands on the pulse with Fifth Third Bank being so community oriented and getting people into home ownership. What are you feeling out there? What are you seeing out there? You're seeing that demand. You're seeing people trying to get onto home ownership as well.
I tell you, I see the demand because there is still that dream to be, the American dream keeps being to be a homeowner. And there is a lot of people that said that it's not a dream anymore. In many cases, it's a need. In many cases, people can find that the rental cost is so high that if they will qualify and they buy their home, they can reduce with a lower mortgage payment, which will help us with that budget. It helps us for them to get them to be financially stable, and financial stability is our dream.
Well, we're just so proud and so thrilled and so fortunate in our area to have two organizations like yours coming together, working towards a common good, getting people onto home ownership. I want y'all to continue to come on Leap Is Live and keep us abreast, okay?
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you for having us.
Let me bump you out. Stay right there. As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Mike and Jadira and all the fine people who are associated with HELP and Fifth Third Bank who are doing it. We'll see you next week right here on the award-winning Leap Is Live.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.